Welcome to podcasts recorded live at the Center for Spiritual Living in Portland, Oregon. We have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at cslportland.org and look under the Online tab. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center and its video podcasts, you can donate online at cslportland.org/donate. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.
Let's show our love to the Friends Band, to our Friends Band, Ken Brewer, Jim Solberg, Don Schultz. Good morning to you. And our wonderful technical staff, Mark Pettijohn and Mr. Rick Smith on sound. Bless you. Good morning. Let's all stand together and sing our opening song, which is I See God in Everything. It's on your canary yellow paper, which is in your program. All right. Energy moving in here, yes. All right, let's sing. I see joy, I see peace, I see goodness surrounding me, I see love in every breath I breathe, I see God in everything. I see happiness, I see freedom, I see the beauty that lives in me, I see perfection in what life brings, I see God in everything. All right, we choose, yes. All right. I choose joy, I choose peace, I choose goodness surrounding me, I choose love in every breath I breathe. I choose God in everything. I choose happiness. I choose freedom. I choose the beauty that lives in me. I choose perfection in what life brings. I choose God in everything. I know joy. I know peace. I know goodness surrounding me. I know love's in every breath I breathe. I know God's in everything. I know happiness. I know freedom. I know the beauty that lives in me. I know perfection in what life brings. I know God in everything. I know God in everything. Namaste. You may be seated. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that exuberant welcome to the service, LaRonda. Canary yellow. I love that. I think that might be the color of my skirt. So welcome, spring. Oh, we're so excited. Welcome to the Portland Center for Spiritual Living on this first day of spring. I think the birds knew it before it arrived, and so did the flowers. And I see all sorts of people blossoming in chairs that we're starting to fill again, and it's great to see you all here. Welcome. You are here with me at the Portland Center for Spiritual Living, our celebration, and our Facebook Live service. We are a science of mind community that teaches spiritual principles to transform your life and make the world a better place. When is it more needed than now? It's always needed, and perhaps now more than ever. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. All that we ask is you stay open to the possibility of changing your entire life simply by changing your mind. My name is Catherine Richer. I serve as one of the licensed practitioners on the center's ecclesiastical team, and it is my honor and my joy to welcome you here. If you are new to the center and here for the first time, there are welcome packets on the table at the entrance. I forgot to have one in my hand, as well as the January Seasons of Nonviolence reading, so maybe someone could magically appear it for me. That'd be great. The welcome package has information about who we are, what we stand for, and how we might serve you. For all who are joining us as part of our virtual spiritual community, I invite you to find more about us on our website at cslportland.org. The website also has details about the many and various activities at the center. There are many and there are various, and you are also welcome to visit the website where you can sign up and receive email subscriptions. On the home page, you simply scroll down, and on the right-hand side, there's a space to sign up. Subscription options include a weekly email listing of our events and our services. Our free program called 365 Earnest Homes, you'll receive a daily affirmation sent directly to your inbox. They have a lovely background picture and reflective material written by Reverend Larry. And you could also enter your birthday to receive an e-card and a gift on your birthday. Here's a highlight of several announcements for today. All events, I will say, are Pacific time for those who live in different areas of the world. Always love to have you join us. Sunday service is live here in the sanctuary and on Facebook Live at 11 a.m. You can also find our services on YouTube and podcast. Wednesday night, we have our meditation on Zoom. This is our weekly practitioner-led meditation, and this week's theme, which honors the season for peace and nonviolence, is action. The meditation is led by licensed practitioner Kathy Batten. Friday is lunch with Reverend Larry at 11:30 via Zoom. Of course, you can choose whether or not you want to eat on camera. And it's fine to do so. We also have online Zoom groups for our Social Justice Book Club and our 12-step program for women, facilitated by licensed practitioner Nancy Ashley. Information is available on the website, cslportland.org, if you haven't forgotten that already. I'll say it one more time, probably. The Season for Peace and Nonviolence. This is a very important effort. Our center is joining cities across the globe to host the 2022 Season for Peace and Nonviolence. And the initiative features the foundational program, 64 Ways to Practice Nonviolence. If you'd like to follow the daily themes, we do have this magically appeared booklet at the back of the sanctuary to take home with you. And for our virtual community, you can download a copy that is on our website. From the home page, you go to the Season for Peace and Nonviolence button, and it will take you to a page that has the download link. In addition, there's a complete list of activities throughout the 64-day period that you can do that is hosted by our licensed practitioners. So today's reading from our booklet, which is day 50, the thought for today is choice, which is interesting. I just realized that the meditation on Wednesday is on action. So choice and then action. So the reading is, be aware of any jokes or remarks that show disrespect toward ethnic groups, women or men, classes of people, religious groups, gays or lesbians. Be considerate of every person's dignity and choose not to participate in disrespectful communication. So I have a new word for communication, and it's called communicators. We have a way of communicating that is caring. So let's be a communicating community as we move in our daily lives. Our popular connection circles, moving on, are happening now, and the connection circles are a way of extending and exploring more deeply the Sunday message in small groups that meet throughout the week. They're a way of re-engaging in contact with others and delighting in being in spiritual community with like-minded people, as well as deepening your spirituality, all in 1 hour. Just kidding. It all helps, all while staying connected to others. And you can still register online for circles on Wednesday afternoons and Friday mornings. You might wonder why I have this thing on under my name tag that says Meetup. Well, today we have a circle here in the sanctuary right after the celebration service. Only live, only in person. Yay, in person. You don't have to register for it. You can simply drop in. It's an hour. We stick to the hour, and we explore the message for today. We have an annual business meeting coming up, so save the date on your calendar, Sunday, April 24th at 12:30. Everyone is invited to join. Members are going to be voting on our board candidates, And we will also have a full financial report and a program update. We will have the meeting both in person and using Zoom. So that's Sunday, April 24th at 12:30. And now I'm going to pass the mic to Reverend Marilyn to share our sacred study opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine, and good morning, everyone. On behalf of the education team, I am extending an invitation to sacred study for the spring term that starts in April. You know, one of the things that we talk about in Science of Mind is that we are a teaching chapter. We are not a preaching chapter. And when I first came to the Portland Center for Spiritual Living, I remember someone on platform saying, transformation doesn't happen because you put your butt in the chair. It happens when you register and participate in classes. So I'm encouraging everyone. I'm grateful that you have yourself in the chair and that you're here online, but I'm encouraging you to take another step and deepen that possibility of transformation. And what are the opportunities? Well, what do we say every Sunday? Change your mind, or change your thinking, change your life. Well, that's the name of one of our certificated classes that starts on Thursday, April 7th. It's a 5-week class. It is a certificated class. It's a beginning foundational class. So if you're even thinking, maybe practitioner, this would be a great start. And what it is participants learn how to apply Science of Mind principles, practices, and methods to 3 specific areas of your life: health, relationships, and prosperity. Anyone have any issues in any of those areas? This is a great way to learn spiritual principles, practices, and methods to transform that area in your life. We also have the Beloved Community, which is a workshop that is co-facilitated by licensed practitioner Nancy Ashley and licensed practitioner emerita Kate Barrett. This is a half-day workshop on Saturday, April 30th. So those are coming up in April. Also, starting in April, you have an opportunity for a 2-hour workshop that is called Fear to Faith. And one of the things we've been discussing for the past 2 months in our book, What's in the Way is the Way, is that fear that we may have about life in a certain area. This workshop is specifically designed to follow up on our Connection Circle series. And you have 3 different opportunities to experience it. You can experience it virtually on Saturday, April 9th. I'll be facilitating that 2-hour workshop from 1 to 3. Or if a week morning is better for you, we have Tuesday morning with licensed practitioner emerita Kate Barrett from 10 to noon on Tuesday, May 3rd. And then, God bless Reverend Larry, he's like, we are opening up the upstairs classroom. And we're going to do an in-person upstairs in our classroom on Sunday, May 29th from 12:30 to 2:30. So it's right after the service. Reverend Larry is facilitating that, and it's in the upstairs classroom. And so what are you going to learn or experience in this workshop? It's the opportunity to experience an intuitive process that walks us through revealing that which has been hidden and is now wanting to be revealed in order to be healed so that we can embrace more of life. 2-hour workshop, 3 different opportunities. And there are a couple of more, but they're later. And so know that you have several opportunities in April and then several opportunities that start in May. All the registration information is available at cslportland.org, and registration is now open. Hope to see you at one of our sacred study opportunities.
Thank you, Reverend Marilyn. So today our flowers are courtesy of Kat Jacobs. Thank you so much. Almost every Sunday for a long, long time, Kat has been providing this beautiful bouquet, and I have the honor of standing very close to it. Our inspirational music today is provided by Ellen Whyte. How exciting to have you here. Thank you. Thank you. And of course, our fabulous Friends Band. Yay! Today's message, 4 Tools of Awakening, is by Reverend Marilyn Sprague. Yay. So I invite you to sit back, relax, and allow, because I know that somewhere between the music, the meditation, the message, and the company here, and everywhere virtually, is exactly what your heart came to receive.
Let's bring our awareness to our breath, that life that is breathing us as we enter into our time of sacred meditation together. This world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is more than enough. That's the truth. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is sacred love. Oh, I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world, I will leave this world as it is, I'll go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. Go inside, go inside to find my God. Go inside, go inside to find my God.
There is one, and only one power, one presence, one infinite intelligence. It is the power back of everything, every single speck of creation and across this grand cosmos. It is that power. It is the presence that is never an absence, the life force itself, energy, never extinguishable, always expanding, always empowering. It is this infinite wisdom and intelligence, the architect as well as the architecture of the entire universe. The wisdom that flows in and through everything from the seed to the flower and returning to return as something new, something fresh, like spring. I know that in this oneness that is love, and that is the love that is all there is, this means me. I know that I am an individualized expression of life. And as this is the truth of me, I know it is the truth of everyone here, everyone within the sound of my voice, anytime, anywhere. Everyone is a perfect and unique, beautiful, intentionally planted seed in the mind of the divine. I know this to be the truth of this service. Everything within it is intentionally planted for the expansion of beauty and delight and joy from the music, the musicians, the technology, Reverend Marilyn's message, everyone's energy is all serving that highest good of love, of unity beyond an ability to break. And so I claim and affirm and call forth that love that is present in war and in peace, that love that inspires wisdom to serve in times of war and in peace, and to right action for our own selves, for our own lives, and for the lives of others. And so I affirm and uphold a willingness, for our willingness to say, yes, I listen to that wisdom. Yes, I am guided by love. Yes, I am guided in my actions for the further expansion and blossoming of life in all forms, everywhere, everywhere. I am so grateful to know the truth that all is love and all is life. And in that deep gratitude, profound gratitude, I release my word, which is creative power, into the cosmic womb of infinite potential and possibility, that place of love that always, always says, yes, my beloved, and you are my beloved. It is indeed already done. I simply let it be, and I allow it to be. And we say together, and so it is. And in the stillness and the sanctuary of your heart, I invite you to feel this love.
Welcome back from the silence. This is very exciting for for me and for many of you here to have Ellen in our house. Yay. Yes. Ellen is a well-loved, well-recorded, a fabulous teacher, just an incredible human being.
Look who's talking.
Oh, well, shoots. And we have worked together on a few fundraising ventures together through Sunny Hess. And so it's just wonderful to have you here this morning.
And it's wonderful to be here with you, LaRonda, also. Thank you, everybody. It's so great to be out of jail. It's COVID jail. Anyway, so we're going to get into a really pretty rousing tune right out of the gate here. This is a song that was written in 1765. It is a spiritual that has had many different iterations over the years, decades, from Bruce Springsteen to Stephen Foster to everybody in between. So this is our version of it, with a little bit of Bruce mixed in there as well. So here we are. Well, we are climbing Jacob's ladder. ladder. Oh, we are climbing Jacob's ladder. You know we are climbing Jacob's ladder. We are brothers and sisters all. Now every rung goes higher and higher. Oh, every rung goes higher and higher. Well, every rung goes higher and higher. We are brothers, yes, sisters all. Now every new rung just makes us stronger. I said every new rung makes us stronger. Come on, every new rung, well, it makes us stronger. Yes, we are brothers, yes, sisters all. What you got, Ken? We are climbing, sing it, Jacob's ladder. We are climbing Jacob's ladder. Oh, we are climbing, yeah, Jacob's ladder. Oh, we are brothers and sisters all. Yes, we are climbing higher and higher. Oh, we are climbing higher and higher. Oh, we are climbing higher and higher. We are brothers and sisters all. Life is set up to bring us all up. What's been bound up, you know you can free up. Yeah, you can open up. Well, if you show up. So come on, people, you got to show up for your life. Everybody stand up and sing. We are climbing Jacob's ladder. Well, we are climbing Jacob's ladder. Woo! We are climbing, oh, Jacob's ladder. We are brothers and sisters all. Say that again. Yes, we are brothers and sisters all. One more time. Yes, we are brothers, sisters Thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys.
Wonderful.
Okay, another round of applause. Woo! Thank you, Ellen, LaRonda, Friends Band. As Catherine mentioned, today is the first day of spring, and for those of us in the northern hemisphere, that means the sun is heading towards the north, which means that we're getting more light every day. And is anyone seeing a similar coincidence as we explore what's in the way is the way, and we're looking at bringing light to the darkness? Anyone else seeing a coincidence? We are climbing Jacob's ladder, and every rung is taking us higher and higher. Thank you, Ellen. What else is interesting about our exploration of what's in the way is the way is that the very core message of this book is life is set up to bring up what has been bound up so it can open up, to be freed up. So just as Ellen said, so we can show up for life. Are we ready to show up for life? Yeah. All right. So today we're exploring 4 tools for awakening so that we can show up for life. And these 4 tools are asking for help from the intelligence of life. That means remembering oneness, and it goes all the way back to week 3 of our exploration where we looked at you are not alone. Second, cultivating curiosity, remembering, accepting attention. No criticism, no judgment, accepting attention. Changing our relationship with discomfort. And here we're looking at remembering life is in perpetual motion. We keep climbing that ladder, one step higher, 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 and that everything passes. So this too, whatever it is in our life, shall pass. And finally, accessing the power of our heart center. Remembering life is love, it is for us, and we can trust it. So are we ready to explore our 4 tools of awakening? Yes? All right, let's go. Asking for help from infinite intelligence of life, meaning remembering oneness. So often we hear individuals may come to us and say, well, what do you think about that? Or what do you think I should do? Or do you think that this relationship looks right for me? We ask an outside source. And what this awakening tool is reminding us is that there isn't anything out here that has access to the infinite possibilities that are available to us when we choose to go within. We must go within if we really want to access infinite possibilities. Probably about 4 decades ago, I was listening to a motivational series by Anthony Robbins, and he put it very succinctly. He said, if you want better answers, you must ask better questions. So the way that we access this infinite intelligence is we ask better questions. And why is this so? When we ask a question, we are setting something into motion. Science of mind also teaches the creative process, and it tells us that the universal law receives the direct impress of our thought and acts upon it, bringing it into form. And it acts upon it and brings an answer in a personal way. You will know that this answer is directly for you because it has meaning to you. It might be your favorite number. It might be your favorite color. It might be suddenly you're driving down the freeway and you see a billboard or you hear something on the radio and you're like, oh! And you know that's the infinite intelligence responding to us in a personal way. Now, the asking of the question is very important because if we want better answers, we need to ask better questions, which means if I ask the question, why can't I? What do you think that infinite intelligence is going to bring to me? It is going to bring to me infinite number of reasons why I cannot do something. Because it always says yes. We are the beloved, and it wants to support us. So if I say, why can't I? It searches and it says, well, here's why you can't, here's why you can't, here's why you can't, here's why you can't. So if we want better answers, we have to ask better questions. So what about asking for the highest and best good of myself and all others? In what way can I? Or what is the right next step? Do you see the difference? Suddenly, we are tapping into an infinite variety of resources that were not available to us when we said, why can't I? We are opening up to an intelligence that is, as Catherine said, the architect and the architecture of the cosmos and beyond. Now, I'd rather have that bringing some guidance than asking a friend who may or may not even have the same level of understanding that I have. It doesn't matter where we are. It means that the infinite intelligence is available to us. And Scripture reinforces it. Matthew chapter 7, verse 7, ask. Remember, it says ask, seek, knock. When we ask, the answer is always provided. Always. We can be assured. So when we're asking a higher order question, I like to call it a higher order question or a better question to get a better answer, we are literally changing our perspective, and that shift in our perspective is a movement in the mind of God. And it shifts from limitation and constriction to expansion, openness, and infinite possibility. So instead of saying, from the perspective of why me, we shift our perspective to blessed me, and the blessings pour in. From I never have enough to I have more than enough. We sing that every Sunday, more than enough. When we shift our mind, that is a shift in the mind of God. It is a movement in the mind of God, and we are opening up to more resources. And when we shift from why can't I to in what ways can I, once again, we are accessing that infinite intelligence of life. Now, you can apply this to anything. You can go to the grocery store, and if you pick up something, you can literally ask, for in all things considered and for my highest and best good, is this the right food for my body? You will get an answer. I know I've shared the story of how I found this spiritual center when I moved here. I didn't know anyone. I didn't have a job. And this was 12 years ago. And I literally printed out 3 sheets of paper for 3 different spiritual centers. And I asked, with all things considered and for my highest and best good, is this the right center for me? Now, I like to use a pendulum. Not everybody does. But all I can say is my pendulum went apeshit over the Portland Center for Spiritual Living. I mean, it just went crazy. It didn't move on the other 2. Did not even move. But it moved a yes. And I got a personal response when I walked in the door because I was asking for a sign. Does anyone else ask for a sign? So anyway, know that because, just as Catherine mentioned in her prayer, there is only one power, one presence, one infinite intelligence, one, present here. That intelligence is available to us at any time, any place, any situation. It sits quietly and waits for us to ask. So be brave, one of the tools for awakening is to dare to ask for help from the infinite intelligence of life. And what happens is it does bring up what has been bound up in order to open up so it can be freed up so we can show up for life. All right, cultivating curiosity. How many of us like to garden? I'm real passionate about flowers. When I was living in North Carolina and my parents lived about 2 miles down the road, my father was an avid vegetable gardener. And he thought I was totally wasting my time growing flowers. He would say, "Why are you growing those flowers? You can't eat them." I said, "I'll tell you what, Dad. You cultivate the vegetables. I'll cultivate the flowers. One is nutrition for the body. The other is nutrition for the soul. And I'll exchange my flowers for some of your vegetables, and you exchange some of your vegetables for some of my flowers, and we'll have a great deal. We'll have soul and body covered." Well, anyway, I bring up the whole cultivating thing because spring always reminds me of master gardeners or farmers or getting out in the soil, and they begin to cultivate it. Think of rototilling and turning and digging, and we're just literally turning over the soil, and that newness comes up. We're composting, and you'd love to get your hands in it. Does anyone else like to dig in the dirt? Okay, yeah. There was a time when I didn't like that, but I just really love it. And the word curiosity means a strong desire to know. So to cultivate is to turn over, to explore, to dig deeper in that earth that is our life. And when we have a curiosity, we have a deep desire to know. And why is it important? When we meet life with curiosity, we tend to give up that desire to fix, control, deny, or repress that which is painful. And so when we're willing to allow that to be a part of our life, we have a richer soil. And I happen to really like this quote from Thich Nhat Hanh, a beloved Buddhist monk, made his transition in January. He's also known as the father of mindfulness. And he eloquently emphasizes the gift of the light and shadow aspects of our life. He says the fear, anger, and suffering in us are like useful compost. We must not try to throw them out the window. They are quite necessary in order for flowers like compassion, joy, and happiness to bloom in us. This is the basis of all spiritual practice. Without it, we will continue to suffer. We will continue to believe that we have to get rid of these negative states in order to be happy. And on the contrary, it is very important that we accept them. So when you think of rich soil, we think of the compost. I remember 50-pound bags of black cow to create rich soil, cultivating it, making it open and nurturing for what I wanted to plant. Well, so too, the fear, the pain, the anger, the doubt, it's a part of who we are. So we start where we are, we use what we have, and we do what we can. And in cultivating with curiosity, we are awakening the richness of all of our life experiences and releasing that need to resist, control, deny, or run away from them. We are opening up to be freed up so we can show up for life. All right, so now we move to our third awakening, and that is changing our relationship with discomfort. And we all sort of go, can sort of start feeling the body constrict, like, no, I'm not so sure about that. It's really important that remember that life is in constant motion. Constant motion. As much as we want something to stay the same when life is in a great state, this microphone is, we want it to stay the same, we try to keep it the same, or when it's uncomfortable, we want to change it. Life has a rhythm of its own, and it's always, always, always in motion. So we can rest assured that no matter what we are facing, this too shall pass. And it's kind of like yesterday I was out walking. I've shared with you before that every day I walk because I'm in this beautiful downtown area of Vancouver, and there's the riverfront and Fort Vancouver and all kinds of walking trails. And when I left to go on my walk yesterday, when I started, the sun was shining, it was breezy, it was beautiful. I'm admiring all the blossoms, and the daffodils are just gorgeous. All the people and the dogs and the kids at the farmer's market. There was just life springing everywhere. Walked down to Fort Vancouver. All of a sudden, the clouds kind of swept in. The next thing you know, it started to drizzle. The next thing you know, it was kind of a pelting rain. And I just kept walking, put my hood up, kept walking, and then pretty soon, magic. The sun was out again. And I walked another couple miles in the sun. Well, that's how life is for us too. We may have those dark moments. We may have those shadow moments. Life is always moving. And so our past, our painful experiences, they want to be heard. They need our attention. They want us to respond with curiosity. They want us to remember that whatever is hidden must be revealed in order to be healed. That was the quote from one of my spiritual teachers about 2 decades ago. And she said, Marilyn, whatever is hidden must be revealed in order to be healed. And our author, Mary O'Malley, puts it the way that Ellen put in her song this morning, and that is that life is set up to bring up what has been bound up so it can open up to be freed up so we can what? Show up for life. Well, I want us to have some fun with this. And so what I'm asking us to do is every time we come with we're going to say a mantra. I'm going to say it, then you're going to repeat it. And every time we come up with the word up, I want you to put your arms in the air as high as you can. And just remember, no new pain. So that means if it's painful, you just do what you can. All right? So, life is set up. Yeah, you're going to repeat. So I'm going to say it and do it, and then you're going to repeat, okay? Call and response. Thank you, LaRonda. You see, yeah. All right. Life is set up. To bring up. What has been bound up. So it can open up. To be freed up. So we can show up. For life. Well, we can do that too, yeah. All right. Let's see if we can accelerate that. Life is set up to bring up what has been bound up so it can open up to be freed up so we can show up for life. Oh, let's give ourselves a hand. Great job. And when we do that, we stop resisting our painful experiences, and that takes so much of our creative energy. And once again, the perpetual motion of life within us begins to flow through our body, and we can feel that aliveness as it returns to a space of joy and love and happiness and expansiveness. So we're going to do what? Life is set up to bring up What has been bound up? So it can open up, to be freed up, so we can show up for life. Yes, awesome. All right, and now let's bring in our heart center. We must remember that life is love. Once again, Catherine in her prayer this morning talked about one presence. That one presence is love. In Science of Mind, we teach that love is the eternal givingness of spirit. It gives of itself to itself in the form of its creation. That means the very essence of who we are is love. And so when we choose to release the restriction, we open up pathways for love to express. Now, there was a phrase in the book. It said, the heart knows how to embrace life rather than resist. Well, I have to say I sat up like, whoa, because we remember our word ministry. For those of you who are not familiar with it, in November, words are available for purchase. Well, I received 2 this year. One was no, and one was embrace. Have them in 2 different altars in my apartment. I read this book, and I was like, the heart knows how to embrace life rather than resist. And I went, Marilyn, you need to pay attention to your heart center. You need to pay attention to love is life. And so what does the heart know? It knows acceptance, it knows spaciousness, it knows expansion, and it knows listening. It knows that life is love. It knows that life is for us. It is always saying yes, and our heart center knows we can trust it. Now, because of time, I'm going to briefly give a quote by Ernest Holmes rather than exploring this topic from the book. Ernest Holmes, founder of religious science, states it this way in 365 Science of Mind. He said, God is the giver of all things by means of love. Again, remember, love is the eternal givingness. All the love there is right here, right now, with me. I now cease all self-opposition. Don't you love that? I now cease all self-opposition. I hear only the voice of love speaking to me. I hear the words of wisdom guiding and inspiring me. And when I listen, there is a response from something greater than myself. It is the mysterious energy of love, the active principle of unity, which brings us all the way back to our very first awakening tool, the principle of oneness, partnering with the intelligence of life, cultivating curiosity, changing our relationship with discomfort, and accessing the power of our heart center. So indeed, love, which is life, or life, which is love, however you want to, is set up to bring up what has been bound up so it can be freed up. It can be opened up in order to be freed up so we can do what? Show up for life. Let us pray. Oh, as we breathe in, we open our hearts, we open our minds to love. Love is that one presence. Love is the substance of all that is. And in this space and in this time, recognizing that each of us is of this substance, each of us is an individualized expression of life and of love. And in this now moment, I claim and affirm that there is a willingness to open heart and mind to access that infinite intelligence, to be curious about what is, to allow the expansion of energy, and to remember that all the love there is right here, right now, and available to each of us. For in the ask, there is always a personal response. There is always an opening to that infinite possibility that exists in the vast infiniteness of the one mind. And so I am knowing that each person is mighty in its creative process. Each person is magnificent in its essence. And each person is an expression of love. And so I am so grateful for this truth. God is all there is, expressing right here, right now, as love. I let it be, and together we say, and so it is. Thank you for being here today. Getting ready to show up for life. All right, now is our time of conscious giving. And for those that are joining us in our virtual community, you can go to our website, cslportland.org, and click on the donate button. We would truly appreciate all the resources that are shared with us. And for those of us in the sanctuary, I invite you to take that which you brought to share, place it over your heart, and together let us say, graciously I give, from a place of love, knowing that as I give, so do I richly receive. And now we're going to sing our prosperity chant, more than enough.
Let's sing together. More than enough. More than enough. More than enough. More than enough. More, much more. More than enough. More than enough. I am more than enough. I have more than enough. There is more than enough. More, much more. More than enough. 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 More, much more. More than enough. More, much more. More than enough.
Okay. What a beautiful message. Thank you, Marilyn. That was lovely. Wow. Show up. Get up, show up. Yeah. Okay. So this is a song that my husband John Mullen wrote, and we thought this would be appropriate today for the message as well. I've kind of affectionately deemed this as Zen Blues, but it's much more than, it's about a feeling. Like when you're feeling blue, you see light. You look for that light. It's in us. We got it. We just have to seek, and it shows up, just like our life shows up. So this is a song called Feel Blue, See Light. Ready? Go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Open up your eyes, close them just the same. Yes, I'm looking out for you, but I still don't know your name. I see you walking on by, I feel you in my dreams. Yes, my waking is my sleeping, or the other way it seems. Feel blue, see light. Is that the end of the tunnel, or the fading of the night? Feel blue, see light. Yeah, you know I won't be feeling good till I get you in my arms tonight. Oh yeah. Feel blue, see light. Is that the end of the tunnel or the fading of the night? Feel blue, see light. Well, you know I won't be feeling good till I get you in my arms tonight. Feeling good, I'll get you home with me, that's right. Well, I know it's understood. Feel blue, see light. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Great to be with you all today. Thanks.
Wonderful. Ellen Whyte. Yay.
Thank you, Ellen, Rhonda, Friends Band. Woohoo, that's a new way of saying, if we're looking at that painful part of ourselves, see blue, see light. Yeah. Please. Because the cameras are up here. Thea with her new hairdo and her new glasses, looking so radiantly beautiful. Thank you for your service today. And on behalf of the Portland Center for Spiritual Living, I accept these gifts, knowing that as we pay our bills, as we prosper our community, these gifts circulate out into the world. It is love in motion, knowing that everything that is done with these gifts is a contribution to creating a world that works for everyone. With great blessing, great gratitude, we give thanks, and together we say, and so it is. All right, so maybe there's some sea blue and we want to see some light, and it might be a little challenging to do that on our own. Know that we are here to provide prayer support. Make our day, ask us to pray. We have a prayer ministry table in the back of the sanctuary. There are prayer cards. Please, please, please. If you are in need of prayer, fill one out, place it in the box. It immediately is sent to our practitioners and ministers, and we pray for that request for the entire week. For everyone that is online, go to, guess what, cslportland.org, scroll down to submit a prayer request, and that immediately goes out electronically to our entire ecclesiastical team. So it is our joy and our delight. Make our day, ask us to pray. And again, just a brief reminder, at the end of the service at 12:30, the Meetup Connection Circle is meeting in the back of the sanctuary, and all are welcome. You do not need to pre-register. You do not need to have participated in a previous one. You do not need to have read the book. You're welcome to join us in spiritual community. And with that, I think it's time to rise up, so we can show up for what? And if you're comfortable, please feel free to join hands. All right. Something wonderful is flowing through me right now.
Something wonderful is flowing through me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
And life is in my affairs.
Life is in my affairs.
I think it.
I think it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
I am it.
I am it.
Just the way that I am.
Just the way that I am.
Please know, if ever there is a moment of feeling alone, go within to that altar of the Most High, that core essence that is love, and remember that each is love, loving and loved. And so it is.
Closing song this morning. The truth of who I am. All right. It's the truth of who I am. When I forget, Spirit reminds me again. I am love, I am loving, I am love. Now tell your neighbor, you are love, you are loving, you are love. That's right. You are love, you are loving, you are love. It's the truth of who you are, shining lights near, yes, near and far. You are love, you are loving, you are love. Let's remind the world that we are love, we are loving, we are loved. That's right. We are love, we are loving, we are loved. It's the truth of who we are, shining lights near, yes, near and far. We are love, we are loving, we are love. Now tell your neighbor again, you are love, you are loving, you are love. Turn that love inward. I am love, I am loving, I am love. Wonderful. You can find Ellen White's CDs, her many wonderful CDs on all the streaming platforms. So let's be sure and support our wonderful local musicians.
If you happen to be in the Portland, Oregon area, we'd love to have you visit in person. The Portland Center for Spiritual Living is located at 6211 Northeast Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. We have inspirational services at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. every Sunday. We also have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at cslportland.org and look under the Online tab. We have a variety of content dedicated specifically for our online listeners. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center, you can donate online at cslportland.org/donate. Our website is also the place to learn more about what's going on at the center or to contact us. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.